The teenager came to the hardware store to buy adult toys for the first time and was luckily spotted by a rich woman. On the surface, she was asking the teenager about water heater knowledge, but in reality, her eyes were constantly wandering over him. The naive Mark carefully answered her questions, completely unaware that it was a trap. The rich woman flirted with Mark verbally, leaving the young Mark at a loss. He thought the story would continue to develop, but the rich woman turned and left. Looking at her graceful figure, Mark couldn't help but daydream. He thought the story would end there, but coincidentally, as soon as Mark walked out of the supermarket, he met the rich woman again. Through conversation, they found out that they even lived on the same street. The rich woman hoped Mark could help her install the water heater, but Mark declined the rich woman's request by citing his own menstrual period. The rich woman immediately understood what Mark meant, and Mark happily accepted the job. He repaired the water heater very seriously. The rich woman was very grateful for his help, so she invited Mark to experience the repaired water heater together. Mark hesitated for a moment, but how could he refuse such a good deed? However, the water flow from the rich woman's water heater was too strong. Mark kept repairing until late at night. As the number of repairs increased, their relationship warmed up rapidly. But after all, Mark was just a high school student. His mother forced them to separate because of the age difference. The rich woman left angrily. Mark chased out and apologized to the rich woman, but he didn't get forgiveness. His mother thought her plan had succeeded. However, when the roaring sound of the engine rose, Mark still chose the latter between his mother and the rich woman. Mark became more and more compliant to the rich woman. This made her think that Mark would accompany her forever. But Mark was no innocent boy. He flirted with his cousin. He even invited his cousin to go home with him. And this heart-breaking scene was just witnessed by the rich woman.